I wanted to when Suzanne was talking, it was like making me think because like my thoughts don't stop, right? But you would use this
Yeah,
like I think you use this terminology like undirected awake state.
right.
And like which I started to think about it's almost like psychological playtime, right? And it's sort of like a child that you let outside that doesn't know what to do at first, and then over time, like is exploring, and it's like and so I think of it a little bit like that, and it's like the same kind of like refresh to your spirit as like you feel in your body when you know go out on a walk with no time constraints, right? And so it's like I mean, anyway, I wanted to
That's beautiful,
share
Annmarie.
that.
That's a beautiful way of saying it. Undirected awake state. And if you think about that phrase that you just used, undirected awake state. So you're conscious, you're awake, you're aware, you're not directed, meaning you're not making your mind go here and there. It's just, but you're conscious, so you're aware, but not directing your mind. Undirected awake state, like you kind of started implying, and I think it's accurate to say that's kind of like the state that infants are in near birth. If you think about it, right? Right out of the womb, they got 1 foot, they got more than 1 foot sometimes still on the other side. And they're in a physical, biological form as a newborn. For the first couple of few years, there's a lot of going back and forth of that consciousness, is my experience. And you guys, as mothers, have seen that, you know? And they're more in an undirected awake state. And their challenge as a newborn infant is to get more grounded in this physical world that we live in, which is different from where they just came from, right? But that undirected awake state is very common to their consciousness, I think, if we ever wired them up and so forth and so on, if you could, and did a study on them, I think that what you just described would describe the state of mind, the state of consciousness that they're in for those first months, maybe year or two or three, you know, as they gradually get more acclimated to be on physical planet Earth. And so it's interesting when I teach people that they're getting more in touch, in a sense, with that aspect of themselves and how that would help in all these different ways that we've been describing. Yeah, no, that's beautiful the way you